Guys, in this video, we're going to talk about wedging, specifically ram's head wedging. So why do we wedge? It gets air bubbles out, it redistributes the clay particles. If you have a wet side and a hard spot, it makes it all consistent throughout. And again, those air bubbles, it really works those out. So I do the ram's head or the spiral wedge. So again, in this video, we're going to talk about the ram's head. When you're getting your wedging surface, you want to think about the height and your leverage as you're using your arms on the table. So for me, this was the perfect height because it allows me to get the leverage of my shoulders into the clay. Whereas if I were working on a taller surface up here, it's kind of like I'm working high up and I don't have that leverage that I get on a lower table for me. So first, when you're thinking about wedging, think about your surface, the height, and then, if you want to come in closer with me, when you ram's head wedge, this is the one that I teach my students first because it works the best with an amount of clay that fits in your hands. So when you're working with clay, anything that is too small or too big can be a challenge. But whatever fits in your own hand of two hands is the best to begin with. So the ram's head wedge. Once you have the amount of clay, you're properly aligned with the what is this? With the with the leverage of your arm, then we can begin the ram's head. And it is called the ram's head wedge because if you're doing it properly, you get this form that looks like a ram's head. Now, to achieve this, you're going to treat it like a box. My hands are going to be on the top as well as the side with my thumbs connected at the meat whenever possible. So hands are on the top and the side. They're kind of scrunching the clay in. I'm going to rock the clay up on this axis right here, lifting it up. Hands are together on the top side, thumbs are together, and just a rock away. So I'm going to roll it up. My hands are on the top and the side, gripping the clay inwards. Thumbs stay together and they just rock away. So you're up on that axis, squeezing the clay, rock away. Some things I see that go wrong is the hot dog. Your hands are not on the side, they're all on the top. And as you're doing this, you're going to get more of like a hot dog shape because your hands are only on the top. So again, keep those fingertips on the side. And from this point, I might just give myself a head start there. So on the top, the sides, thumbs together, and a little rock away. Up on the axis, rock away. Another mistake I'll see with ram's head wedging is a schmear. Instead of just a little rock away, we'll see a whole schmear. And then when you bring the clay back, you just created an air bubble. So just make sure it's just a little rock away, hands are together, the meat of my thumbs are together, fingers on the top and the side, and a rock away. Adjust as needed, rock away. Now how many times do you wedge? I have gotten to the point where I can feel if there's still air bubbles popping. I can feel a lot of the times, but while you're learning, get a wire cutter, cut it in half, and check your clay. If you see an air bubble, then you know you've got to keep going. There's little inconsistencies in the clay. So snap those together, hands stay together. I'm worried about my elbows against my body. I'm kind of leaning towards the table and allowing my arms to just kind of lean into the clay. As I reset it, hold it top, bottom, thumbs together, rock away. And that is the ram's head.